Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ and right now I'm going to show you why SAP is a trap in the Marco Polo. Alright, as you can see, we're working on a full broadside reload of semi-armor piercing. The Shimakaze comes out of the smokescreen, full salvo, 8 full penetrations, and we don't kill him. The Marlboro finishes him off. I'm just telling you, based on what I've read on Reddit, I think they said the damage against the destroyer is capped at 10%. It is not worth it to use SAP in this ship, in my opinion, for that reason. Alright, here is the review match. We are in a domination match. I think this is Shards. And there is an aircraft carrier and a couple of destroyers here in the Marco Polo. Literally, you're not going to see anything bad in this video. Only good stuff. It's going to make the Marco Polo seem like it's amazing. Because I am amazing, or at least slightly above average. Alright, we're moving out. We are using the Accuracy Commander, Angelo Iacchino, in this ship. It is the commander I recommend for the Marco Polo and the Roma. As you can see, for our consumables, we've got 5 heals, 3 charges of the rolling smoke, and 4 fighter planes. I do not think our fighter plane shoots down a single enemy aircraft in this match, and there are plenty of opportunities, so your mileage may vary on the actual use of that consumable. I recently did a Reddit post where I said, hey, I want more information in order to be able to choose more, in a more informed manner, about the fighter plane versus the spotter plane, and basically there was no response from Wargaming officially or whatever, like Final Boss or whatever. So, in my opinion, some of these fighter plane jobs aren't worth it, and this is a ship I think it might not be worth it in. You'll have to tell me at the end of the match. All right. Okay, so we're moving out here. We're going towards Alpha. We did shoot at the other campaign ship, the Marlboro. Let's talk really quickly why I chose the Marco Polo over the Marlboro. The Marlboro, based on reviews I saw from Zarkoon and T-Bull and other people, 14-inch guns. We complain about the guns on the Florida at Tier 6 all the time. It has got terrible firing angles, so you have to show a full broadside in order to get a full salvo off at the enemy ship, and also has a very big, above water, easily hittable citadel. All those 3 things in concert made me think Marlboro ship with a high skill floor, so a really good player might do well in the Marlboro, but an average player or a slightly above average player like myself would not have a good time. So that's why I chose the Marco Polo. By the way, we've shot down 8 airplanes, 9 airplanes. My fighter plane is up in the sky while we've been shooting down 9 enemy aircraft and hasn't shot down anything. Thank you to the destroyer on my team for putting out a smoke screen. We were going to shoot at the Z-23 and elected not to. And now here is the Marlboro, and this is going to be a rather unimpressive salvo, if I do say so myself. I think he's angled more than it appears in the video. As you can see there, no real damage to speak of against the Marlboro. So let's talk about the AA on this ship. Again, we already have 11 airplanes shot down. The Marlboro, by the way, absolutely deleted that blue team destroyer that was in front of us. Good grief. You know, he's shooting HE all the time, though. As a destroyer player, you should know that about the Marlboro. It's going to shoot HE. All right, back to the AA of the Marco Polo. It is pretty strong AA, in my opinion. However, it is very short range. I think you top out at 4 kilometers. That's the first set of secondary guns reaches out to 4 km. So it's strong 4 km and in, but that usually means a lot of these planes are already making their attack run against you, and you would like to extend the range of that AA. However, I don't think it's worth putting the AA mod in mod slot 1 or choosing the AA skill, which I can't remember the name of, in row 1. I don't think either of those are worth it. So, anyway, you'll get to see more of that AA in action. Alright, we did get a shot out on the Z-23, and we switched to high explosive, and we're just waiting to practice our longer range gunnery here at the Z-23. He's turning a little bit, and then he's going to flatten out or kite away. So we're just going to pop a couple shots at him with no real expectation of getting a good hit. Just trying to predict where he might end up in the future. Well, that we even got a hit is probably a pretty good thing. Alright, so we are shooting down more airplanes. We're up to 18 planes shot down right now. And again, most of these planes since that first run have been attacking other ships and just getting into our 4-kilometer AA range. So that's how they're getting shot down. Alright, moving forward with this other battleship, we're going to shoot again at the Z-23. And those shells totally bracket the front end. We get another plane shot down. We're at 19, and we're about to get a base cap here. Iowa just punched that other battleship in the side, so I'm pretty cognizant of that. Torpedoes are aimed at the other ship. So we got our solo base cap. We got 19 airplanes shot down, and we're moving in on the Marlboro, but we are very cognizant that the Iowa could punch us in the side. And so I think, hey, wait a minute. Wouldn't it be great if the Italian ships had something that would help them maneuver without being spotted by the enemy? And then I remembered they do have something that helps them maneuver without being spotted by the enemy. It's called this rolling smokescreen. So here in a minute, we are going to engage our rolling smokescreen. There we go. And as you can see, we're still able to target the Marlboro with our secondary guns. Now, the secondary guns are a little bit of a mixed bag. You got a lot of 90mm guns that probably won't penetrate a lot of stuff, even destroyers. Maybe destroyers is the only thing. But they are good for AA, I'll say that. And then you've got a lot less, I think they're 152mm guns. But those are not too bad at setting a fire, as you can see there. So all in all, the AA is okay. It is nothing compared to the tech tree ships. We put a salvo into the Marlboro there and disable temporarily one of his turrets. Now we're turned to go bow on because we've exposed ourselves within our smokescreen. So we are trying to dodge torpedoes if that Z-23 comes at me. We loaded the HE because the Marlboro's bow on. And we got lucky and dodged some plane drops there. And here's a full salvo of HE into the Marlboro. No fire, unfortunately for me. And there it is. The Clear Skies medal here in the Marco Polo. Alright, still moving out. By the way, we still don't have an airplane-to-airplane shoot-down. We are going to move to dodge the Z-23 torpedoes. We were working on that HE reload. Gotta say, it was a pretty prescient move to load that HE the first time. Anyway, there's a salvo out on the Z-23. Kill number 1. Rear turret of HE into the Marlboro. Double strike. And we'll take a torpedo. That was totally worth it. Alright. More airplanes continuing to be shot down by our AA. Alright, taking a look at the enemy ships. They're all far away. That's going to give me the opportunity to take out the Implacable. Want to give a hat tip out to Vaz Vegas, who reminded me that the Angelo Iacchino space trait does not include a dispersion bonus when going up against an aircraft carrier. So keep that in mind. You are just working on whatever dispersion or shell grouping benefits you have, absent the base trait of Angelo Iacchino. Well, that first salvo was very nutritious. A nice big fat Citadel hit in the Implacable, and he is in danger, and I am worried that some of my erstwhile teammates may try to take him out and kill pinch him. So we're just going to continue shooting, and we're also launching our fighter plane, which hasn't killed anything. Just want to mention that one more time. Our AA guns are shooting down airplanes left and right. Our fighter plane hasn't shot down a damn thing. Alright, there's another Citadel hit. We take out the Implacable for our third kill. And we activate the rolling smoke. We're going to use that to reposition ourselves, get our guns all lined up and reloaded. And maybe put out this fire. Because I can. Yeah, we put it out. Alright, more airplanes continuing to be shot down. I think we're up to 37 airplanes shot down right now. And I think we've cleared the sky, maybe, except of a couple spotter planes that might be around. Maybe I don't know that. I don't remember that correctly. Alright, we shoot some shots at the Kansas. I think we were far away, enough away to get away with that. It is 4 on 3. We have a carrier and a destroyer, as well as myself and a cruiser. They have 2 battleships and a cruiser. Kansas takes some torpedo damage. Looks like he's run aground for the most part on the island. We're going to line him up there. And yes, take him out with a Citadel hit for our 4th kill. I was right. There is a spotter plane still up there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go for 40 because A, you won't get another clear sky medal, and B, I need to kill this Plymouth. Alright, we're working on a Kraken here, folks. Got a Plymouth and a Battleship somewhere else. Alright, the Plymouth is going to smoke up. He's given us an angle. So we're going to fire before his smoke screen fully takes effect. We do a fair amount of damage there. We unlock the high caliber medal, get some cap defended flags. The other ship is an Alabama. And we're just going to go bow on here, try to close the distance, and in doing so, reduce the incoming damage to our ship. In terms of the points, we are up by almost 200 points. Almost. So really, to win this game, we just should kill the enemy ships. And so that's what we're going to try to do. Alright, Alabama coming around the island. I really want to take out the Plymouth, though, because it's a much easier target. Look at all the torpedoes coming at the Alabama. We will dodge some torpedoes from the Plymouth, but good lord, look at all those torpedoes going towards the Alabama. We're just going to let them go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was it 6 torpedo strikes? I don't know, it looked like 6. Anyway, that destroyer totally evaporated the Alabama. And that's going to leave me, for better or for worse, for the most part, all alone against the Plymouth, who caps out Bravo. Alright, so I know the Plymouth has torpedoes. I may have presumed that before, but didn't know for certain. But he has torpedoes, and essentially we are the only ship that can threaten him. The cruiser is way out in the middle of nowhere. The destroyer is working as a torpedo reload. The carrier can't kill him. Not with one fell swoop. So the Plymouth players give me an angle here, give me an angle there. And that's alright. I know he wants to launch torpedoes. We're going to hold our fire until we can get some of that sweet broadside. There it is, folks. The Kraken unleashed in the Marco Polo. Alright, here's some milestones. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Alright, here we are on the victory screen. Double strike medal, high caliber medal, clear sky medal, and the Kraken Unleashed medal. A bunch of progress stuff. We ended up with 159,876 total damage. We shot down 38 airplanes, 5 big kills, 4 Citadel hits, 6 cap defended flags, and 1 solo base cap. We ended up with 514,059 silver and 8920 ship XP and commander XP in the Marco Polo. If you are a bad player, an okay player, a good player, an average player, a slightly above average player, I recommend the Marco Polo. Here we are at the top of the board, 3303 base XP, 4 medals, 5 big kills, leading the way for our team. Want to say GG to the Summers CE for taking that journey with me. And when you look at the scoreboard, you can see we got a team effort. Vanguard over 2,000 base XP, Iowa over 2,000 base XP, Baltimore over 2,000 base XP. So, although we got a Kraken, it was a team effort. And let no one be fooled about that. Enemy team, you know, whatever. We beat them up. All right. Let's go into the port and take a look at the ship. All right, here's how we configured the Marco Polo. Aiming system mod 1. Damage control system mod 2. Concealment system mod 1. And main battery mod 3. Your mileage may vary on all that stuff. If you elect to use SAP, which I would not do, you can see it lengthens your reload by 3.5 seconds. And we'll pop it in there so you can see that the SAP shell damage is 14,100 max damage. But that being said, I do not recommend SAP. And you saw that clip in the beginning, that's why. Should have deleted that Shima, and it can't do that because the damage is capped, according to what I read on Reddit. All right, here in the loadout, 5 charges of the repair party, 3 charges of the exhaust smoke generator, and 4 charges of the catapult fighter, which again did not shoot down a single enemy aircraft. Using the rare battle booster, I probably should use the epic battle booster, but I don't want to change it when I notice it or in the middle of the recording of the video, so we'll leave it and maybe I'll remember to change it later. Type 9 permanent camo, Italian Unity flag. The Marco Polo flag is one of the ugliest flags I've ever seen in my life. 72,300 hit points, 25% torpedo damage reduction with our build. Got those 3x3 406mm turrets, 18.1 kilometer firing range, 28.2 second reload, 30.8 second turn time. HE shells, 5,700 max damage with a 36% fire chance. Armor piercing shells, 14,355 max damage. 2 sets of secondaries. The range of both is 5.2 kilometers. First set of 12x290s. Reloads every 4 seconds. 1,300 HE shell max damage. 5% fire chance. Second set of 4x3 152s. Reload every 12 seconds, 2,100 HE shell max damage with a 7% fire chance. I would not build into the secondaries with this ship. AA defense, as I described to you, tops out at 4 kilometers, but between anywhere outside of 4 kilometers, you will not be able to hit them. But once they get inside your range, you're going to tear them up, and those 90s are dual purpose. Max speed, 29.7 knots with our build, 860 meter turning circle, 17.5 second rudder shift time. Concealment, 13.5 on the surface, 11.3 from the air, 15.1 when firing in smoke. All right, here's a look at the armor viewer of the Marco Polo. It's got some interesting stuff here. I guess that's a turtleback. Tactic Angel didn't have very nice things to say about it. But it appears to be some sort of a turtleback. When you put the casemate armor back on, you can see it overlaps that weak portion right there. So maybe that offers some better kind of defense. I don't know. Okay, sorry about that, folks. 32 millimeter bow, 130 millimeter armor plate. My audio stopped working there. All right, as you can see, the barbettes and the roof of the turret is kind of a moderate level of armor. The front and the rear of the turret are heavily armored, although not sloped. The sides of the turret are very weak, and they can be knocked out. Unfortunately, here in the Marco Polo. Putting that casemate armor back on, you can see that 320 millimeter armor belt that you saw before protects some of that. 38 millimeter torpedo belt down the side of the ship. That is the armor profile of the Marco Polo. All right, here's our commander, Angelo Iacchino. Base trait gives you accuracy, or pardon me, shell grouping bonuses against different kinds of ships, but not carriers. So please keep that in mind. We got Cunningham and William Sims as our inspirations, because I really only use him on the higher tier premium Italian ships. Flammable Cannoneer in row 1, Gyrating Drill Bits in row 2, Marksmanship in row 3, the unique skill Iron Resolve in row 4, and the unique legendary skill Testudo that synchronizes with Iron Resolve, and so that's why I use both of those on this commander. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe for more slightly above average ship reviews. Thanks to all my subs. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this Kraken gameplay. In one of the 2 campaign ships, the Marco Polo, I won't be getting the other one. Hope you enjoyed it.